Gökberk Demirci has always been a man defined by a blend of simplicity and depth, and nothing reflects that more than the things he holds closest to his heart. To the outside world, he appears as a tall, charismatic actor with a commanding presence, admired for his roles and his intense screen persona. Yet, when one steps beyond the cameras and the lights, Gökberk's favorite things are surprisingly grounded, human, and reflective of a man who values peace, authenticity, and meaning above all else. One of the greatest joys in his life has always been nature. Gökberk has often spoken about the way being in green spaces brings him calmness, and this love shows in the little details of how he spends his time. He finds beauty in the sound of rustling leaves, the steady rhythm of waves at the shore, or the quiet hum of birds greeting the morning. His favorite escape is not a crowded city street or a glamorous event, but rather a walk through a forest path or sitting silently on a hill, breathing the fresh air and letting the silence repair the weight of daily pressures. For Gökberk, nature isn't just scenery. It is therapy, a reminder of the natural rhythm of life, and perhaps one of the reasons he carries such a calm, grounded energy wherever he goes. Beyond the vastness of nature, his love for animals forms another significant part of his heart. While many admire him for his heroic or stern on-screen roles, those who know him personally often speak about his soft and tender side, especially when it comes to animals. Dogs, in particular, seem to hold a special place in his affections. There is something about their loyalty and unconditional love that mirrors his own values. For Gökberk, an animal is never just a pet. They are companions, teachers of patience and love, and souls that bring purity into the human world. He has often been seen interacting with them in ways that show not just care, but a deep sense of connection, and it reflects his belief that kindness must extend to all living beings, not only humans. Another one of his favorite things lies in the realm of music. Though he is not a professional musician, music is like a spiritual bridge for him. He enjoys listening to melodies that carry depth. Sometimes traditional Turkish folk songs that remind him of his roots, other times soft instrumental pieces that stir his imagination. The sound of a baglama, with its melancholic yet hopeful tones, seems to resonate deeply with him, and it would not be surprising if he often found himself closing his eyes and letting such songs carry him into memories and dreams. Music for him is less about background noise and more about soul nourishment. Each tune has a way of evoking emotions, painting landscapes in his mind, or reminding him of cherished people and places. When it comes to food, Gökberk's favorites are often the simplest but most heartfelt dishes. He has spoken of his love for homemade meals, those that carry the warmth of family, the taste of tradition, and the care of hands that prepared them. A plate of Turkish breakfast with fresh bread, olives, cheese, tomatoes, and honey could bring him more joy than the most extravagant feast. The connection between food and memory is strong for him, and flavors often remind him of his childhood, of family gatherings, and of times when life was much simpler. He values not just taste, but the story and love behind the meal, making even the humblest dishes a source of happiness. Books, too, hold a special place in his world. Gökberk has always shown himself to be a man who values learning and reflection. He gravitates towards literature that feeds both his mind and his spirit. Philosophy, poetry, and historical works are among his favorites, because they allow him to dive deep into questions of life, existence, and human nature. Reading is not merely an activity for him. It is a way of conversing with great minds of the past, of broadening his horizon, and of strengthening his own principles. Through books, he finds wisdom and inspiration, and perhaps even new ways of embodying the complex characters he plays on screen. Another favorite in his life, though less obvious to the outside world, is time spent with family. Despite the challenges he has faced, such as the loss of his mother and the difficulties that shaped his earlier years, he treasures the concept of family more than most. For him, love is not measured in grand gestures, but in shared meals, laughter in the living room, or even a simple phone call that bridges the distance between loved ones. His respect for family bonds is something that reflects strongly in his career as well, where he often portrays characters rooted in loyalty, love, and sacrifice. It is no coincidence that he resonates so well with those roles. His favorite thing in life has always been the warmth of belonging to those he loves. Acting itself, though his profession, is also one of his dearest joys. While many treat their work as a duty, Gökberk embraces acting as both an art and a form of self-expression. What he loves most is the ability to step into the shoes of another person, to tell stories that can move, inspire, or heal others. The process of building a character, of understanding their emotions, and of giving them truth is something he genuinely treasures. Every role is an opportunity to leave a mark, and the passion he pours into it reflects that this isn't just a career for him. It's one of his favorite ways of connecting with the world. He also cherishes simplicity and solitude. While fame often brings chaos, he finds peace in small, quiet routines. Morning tea, journaling, or simply watching the sunset. These moments allow him to recharge and remember who he is beyond the screen, beyond the public eye. Solitude for him is not loneliness. It is freedom, clarity, and a time when he can listen to his own thoughts without distraction. Above all, perhaps his most cherished favorite is love itself. Not just romantic love, though he has been known for his deep connections in that sense, but love as a principle. Love for his craft, for his fans, for life, for the universe that surrounds him. He believes that love is the core of what makes humans truly alive, and every part of his life, whether it is affection for animals, his closest to nature, or his respect for people, this belief shines through. Love is his anchor, his guiding force, and it remains the thing he values above all else.